What's up, guys? Tomcat here, and welcome back to another episode of Muscle Car Drift Week in Forza Horizon 3. Now, in this episode, we're going to be building an AMC Javelin AMX, and a lot of people actually requested this car. I was not expecting when I started the series that people would request this car, but I was thinking of building one, and then I was like, well, I might build one if people request it. So, I'm glad you guys requested it because I was curious as to how this thing would do. And I'm really excited to build one. So I actually like it in the blue. Not a lot of people go for it in blue, so we'll go for it in that blue. It's kind of a grabber blue, kind of. But once we get it in the shop and get it built, I'm gonna leave the stock engine in it. But I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do on top of the stock engine because we're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna stay NA. I mean, we could stay NA with the 401, but I kind of want to do something forced induction related. Something forced induction driven, basically. So let's go ahead and head straight to the garage, and we'll handle the suspension and brakes first because we know for a fact that those have to be upgraded. 100% for a fact. Or we could make it into an off-road Javelin, which I'd rather just lower it down. Sway bars, front and rear. We'll go ahead and get those done. And then cage and reinforcement, as well as full race weight reduction, which drops us down to 2,907 pounds, which is not bad considering what we're dealing with here. Now, for the drivetrain, we're just going to build the whole thing like crazy. This thing is going to be mad levels of build. I skipped the transmission. I don't know why I did that. You should never skip your transmission. That's like the last thing you want to skip on a car is the transmission. Like, seriously. Now, wheels and tires wise, oops. Do we have the, no, okay. So sport tires, and then front width are going to be up to probably a 265. Rear is going to be up to I'm not going to go full 315. We're going to go with a 265 up front and 295 in the back. And then for wheels, I'm going to do something actually kind of modern, I think. Something that's almost a contrast to the car that we're working with here. I feel like those would almost look cool. Like if they were a little bit larger, they would almost look cool, but I'm not sure about them on this particular car. Those look cool, but I want to see. Oh, now that's an interesting look. These 1552s look awesome. There's a couple of other ones that, ooh. That's interesting, too. I like these a lot. I'd have to make them just a little bit bigger, but I like them a lot. What do they start out as? 14s, and they can go to 19s? We're going to probably go with a, happy medium of 17s. 16, 17. That looks awesome. I don't even want to change the color. They look good as they are. They look really good as they are. We could put a splitter on it. I'm not really interested in putting a splitter on it. We could also do the factory wing looks better. And then for the hood, we could do kind of like a drag hood or something. I'm actually not really interested in doing that. I'm going to stick with, I think, the factory body. And then from there, well, let me see real quick. What are our forced induction options? Twin turbo, the 401, or supercharge the 401. Honestly, I mean, you know what? Twin turbo AMC 401 is going to happen. We're going to make this a thing. A twin turbo AMC 401 in a Javelin. This is going to be, I've never actually built this before, like ever. I've never used this engine and turbo combination, so I'm curious to see what kind of power it makes. We're already up to 508 horsepower and 563 pound-feet of torque, so a good bit more torque than horsepower, which is expected with a lot of these older engines, but not quite to that degree. I mean, that's a lot of torque. So 619 horsepower, 686 pound-feet of torque. So around 700 pound-feet of torque, I think we're going to end up at. Yeah, 731 and 659. That's pretty damn good. That's a lot of torque. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and get that set up on the car, and then we're going to give it a quick bass tune, take it out and drive it, and see how it responds. If it responds well, we may mess with the tune just a little bit more just to try and get it more dialed in, but I think we should be pretty good to go as far as the setup looks already. Now, for ease of wheel spin and the ability to just kind of throw the car around, we're going to go ahead and go the 410 rear end. Alignment, we are going to go 3.5 in the front and probably 1.5 in the back. Bring the front caster angle up a good bit to 5 degrees, and then bring the front sway bar a lot softer. Springs, bring them a good bit softer as well, because stiffer springs in the front will induce understeer. It just depends on what the balance of everything else on the car is. That's why I'm not going to bring these down too far, but I'm going to bring them down some. Bring it 55 to the front, just so we can have a little bit easier time trail braking the car into corners. And let's do a 85, 80. Start there and see how that does for us. So without any further ado, let's take this thing out and, dude, take it for a rip and see what happens. All right, now, how much boost are we running? I really want to know how much boost we're running. 13.2 pounds. That's not bad. That's a pretty good bit of boost. We revved to 6, which is not that high, admittedly, but it is an AMC engine, so... Okay. Not bad. Dude, it sounds crazy. God, the sound this thing makes when it revs is insane. I mean, we may only be revving it to 6,500, but it sounds like we're going a hell of a lot higher than that. A little bit of a clutch kick can get this thing brought right back around. No problem at all. Oh, oh, oh. I gotta get around this van. God dang it. Okay. Car slowed down a good bit more than I thought it would. Look at that dash. Dude, that is an awesome dash. No tack, though. The no tack life, it must be really interesting. Thing is very stable sideways. It's super stable. Oh, God. Hi. Hi, BMW. Oh, jeez. What up? Okay, what up, guys? Fancy seeing you here, huh? When this thing comes on boost and goes, it really goes. I'm going to go ahead and change the setup just a little bit, though. I like the diff the way it is, but I want to go ahead and bump it up to 100 and 100. That just would feel better for me. Now, before we go back out, I want to go into photo mode because I just look... Oh my God. Dude, we caught the blue flames. That is awesome. Look at that. That's nuts. That is nuts. Look at that. That is awesome. Okay, I need that picture. I need that picture. That is nutty. Oh, dude. Save, and save, and save. Can we share it? Better be able to. Yes. Share, please. I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Exit photo mode. We're good. We've got what we need. So, God, I wasn't even expecting to get that. I just randomly paused the game. Recovers from angle pretty easily, too. I'm impressed with it. And I'm also impressed with how you can hold it at redline. I mean, I'm sure that's a lot of the effect of that cam that we put in it, but gotta sometimes do a little combination of e-brake and clutch. Ah! There was no way we were fitting through there. There's no way. Car feels a little bit better with the 100% diff. Let's go this way. Yeah, dude, this thing, real stable. I think it needs, I don't know why. Oh, wow, okay. I don't know why, but I figured it was going to be 100% fine on the power front. I'm almost feeling like it needs more power or less tire in the back. It's got a lot of tire in the back. So I think we may have to go to a narrower tire in the rear or swap the engine, and I don't want to do that because I love the engine this thing comes with, and I think it fits it really well. I actually really like driving it with this engine because this engine responds really well to turbos, like surprisingly enough. Surprisingly, not unsurprisingly, but no, surprisingly enough, this thing responds really well to turbocharging. I'm super surprised. See how this thing does with some tighter drifting. Around these poles, come on. Okay, not bad. Yeah, not bad. It does well. Go this way, come on, and... I'm gonna try and run the figure 8 in here. Back this way. I feel like this car would be a really good tandem car. It'd be a really good car, like, to tandem with, because it would be a really easy car to stick with, like, because it's so smooth, and it's so predictable, honestly, that, dude, you could make this thing, you could stick with this car in anything, and that's not like it's a bad thing, not like it's slow, but just more along the lines of, it'd be a very easy car to, oh god, I got caught on the curb that time, but yeah, it'd be a very easy car to hold with, in terms of tandem drifting, just because it's so planted and so smooth and so predictable. This has got to be one of the most predictable cars I have ever drifted, and one of the most surprising cars I've ever drifted. I mean, look at how close you can get to stuff. Look at that. And that. Well, that's what happens when you get a little too close. But seriously, though, you can be, like, picking your line and have it be whatever line you want, and it'll go. That's the crazy part. It'll go. It's not like some massive muscle car that has issues with that. So I highly recommend building one of these, and I appreciate the suggestions I got. But if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to click the like button. Tell me below what you guys thought of it in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later.